How's everybody doing? I'm doing this video because they finally let all YouTubers do the polls, and I just love that, and I can post. And so I had done a poll to see if you guys wanted a new song and a video for that, or if you wanted like a day in the life sort of type deal. And a lot of you voted for the day in the life thing. So this is kind of it, sort of. Basically, I'm just gonna let you know what I've been doing, what most of my days are, and stuff like that. Yeah. So okay. So let's start with my job. If a lot of you follow me on Instagram, you know that I work, or I did work. I'll get more into that later. But I did work at a gas station for like this last year. Wasn't a bad job. I didn't pay very much, unfortunately. I worked from October to January, no days off. I had to be there at 5:30 in the morning every morning. I'd get up at like 12 or 1, and I like it. I like the job. It just doesn't pay me enough. And it's just kind of one of those things where like I love mornings. I'm a morning person. I know a lot of people aren't. It sucks because I feel like there's just so much going on in the morning that you can get done, and that you can just enjoy that nice day wake up. I honestly couldn't explain it. Just the sun coming up and not going down. I don't know. Something about it that I just really love. Plus coffee, which I do that all day anyway. Charlie Brown, Great Pumpkin mug. Found that at a Dollar General. It's pretty good. So I don't work there anymore. Me and my boss were friends, but we just had too many differences, and yeah. So I don't work there anymore. Right now I'm doing, as of right now, I am trying to do my own eBay store, because I've always wanted to do that, and video editing for a production company. The work doesn't come as quickly as I want right now. I just got started doing it, so hopefully that gets better later on. Let's see. So, what have I been up to? What are my hobbies? What are the things I do? One, I collect retro video game stuff. Anything from NES, PlayStation. I mean, just pretty much really anything. I have a lot of stuff that I keep, and then I'll get stuff and I'll sell it, either to friends or just, to whoever wants it, and try to make a profit, that way. I love doing that stuff. It's just fun. I don't really play it. I don't really play a whole lot of the stuff that I collect. I just like looking at it. I like looking at a collection. From time to time I will play like some old NES stuff, but that's mainly it. I'll just kind of play like some regular Nintendo things. This is my room. I'm sure you guys have seen it in the past. I was able to get a new TV, so that's cool. It's not nothing fancy. It's not no 4K craziness. It's not that. It's just like a little bit bigger than the one that I had, and the one that I had is now my computer monitor. So that's cool. Things that that are in my room. I have a lot in my room, and that kind of creates a problem when it comes to making videos and stuff, because I don't have a whole lot of room to shoot in. Chad, that jerk, he takes up a lot of room. But also just like all the video game stuff. I got a dog and I love him, and he's cool as hell. He reminds me of the Mad Max dog, so I had to have him because I'm a nerd like that. And so he has like a huge cage, and that takes up a lot of room. So that kind of sucks. I wish I had more room to shoot just, I don't know, more stuff in. One thing that you guys probably don't know about me is I have been rebuilding motorcycles. What? Yeah, I started doing that last summer. I've kind of always wanted a motorcycle. I've never bought one, so I bought a vintage, of course, Honda 200 Twin Star. And it just didn't go fast enough, but it was like mint condition. It was crazy. So I think somebody had left it in their barn and then just forgot about it. So it was like showroom new when I got it, and I didn't pay that much for it. So I traded that in for a bike that is rare, but my God, I've had to rebuild the entire thing. And I'm not like a a seasoned rebuilder for bikes. You know, this is very new to me, but I love it. I love doing it. But with the Honda little Twin Star, I didn't have to do anything with that. That was like I had to like change the tire or something. Like it wasn't that big of a deal. This bike, I've literally rebuilt everything on it. I still have like a little bit more to go. I did get to ride it around a lot this summer, and I had a lot of fun doing that. But right now, I've got some parts coming in for it. But after I replace these parts, it should not literally break down for years to come because I've replaced everything. I just have like minor things to fix on it and like paint and just stuff like that to do now. But I've been working on that for a while. I don't know if anybody out there knows motorcycles, but it's a V65 Magna 1986. They only made those bikes for 3 years. Of course, they brought the bikes back, but not really the same. And so these bikes are rare, and the parts for them can be very, very expensive. And so, of course, it's something that I really wanted, even though I had a nice bike. This one is just a beast of a monster, this fast, insane bike. Ugh. You just look up the history of these bikes because they're so dangerous, but it's very tantalizing. So I learned how to rebuild bikes, and that's something else about me. I'm a very tinkering kind of guy. I can't just listen to music. I have to learn how to make it. I can't just play a video game. I have to learn how to make a video game. I can't just ride a motorcycle. I got to learn how to build one. And so like those are things just about me. Like I have to learn how these things work. I got into vaping to quit smoking. I've learned how to build vapes. I've learned how to make the coils and just things like that. And I can't help it. So yeah, rebuilding bikes. I noticed that a lot of you had left me comments about my previous videos. They're pretty depressing. I will admit that I had a little bit of emotional, sort of stressful breakdown thing. I've never been through one myself. I usually keep a pretty cool head about stuff, but I think I just wasn't sleeping, and I was working 7 days a week, and then as soon as I get off work, I'd work on the motorcycle and then work on music, and it was like that 7 days a week, just every day for months. And I think it finally got to me, and so I thought some pretty cool songs came out of it, so I don't think that's such like necessarily like a huge bad thing that happened. So what else can I tell you guys about my day? Now this is really nice because I don't work at the gas station anymore, so now I can sleep in till 9. That's me sleeping in. And I get up, I drink my coffee, I can kind of just rise to the day, and then I work on music and or video edit, do stuff on eBay. I'm a pretty boring guy. Like I really don't do much. I have tons of video game stuff. I don't play it because I feel like in my head I feel like playing a video game is very unproductive, and so I don't want to do that. I got to do something very productive, and which sucks because I wish I really could just lean back and just like enjoy Ninja Gaiden or something, and I my brain won't let me. So that's just kind of who I am as a person. That doesn't mean that like if you came over to my house and we were hanging out, I would have to be like, oh, come on, let's go do something. That's not the case. I never leave this room. I'm like always in this room, tinkering or just like, and this is bad, I know, but I contradict myself when I say I don't play video games because I don't feel productive. I will watch. I will watch the dumbest shit on YouTube for hours. And I can't help that. That's something that I can't help. Also, I'm just like I'm a huge like 80s, 90s action nerd. Like Total Recall or The Running Man or the RoboCops. I'm a huge fan of RoboCop, and so I'll watch those. So that I really don't do much during the day. It's mainly just writing music, and if that's not working out, because I try not to force that kind of thing. I don't think you should force that stuff. It's just I'm just doing something else. I don't know, something in my room though. It's usually never outside unless I'm working on the motorcycle. So these are the things that I'm trying to get together for the album. One, I've been learning how to play piano, so yeah, to that. So there probably will be some piano stuff on the album. I know there's been previous piano stuff on the album, but that was like me on a like desktop keyboard and MIDI. You know, I've never really gotten to have hours and hours, you know, on an actual like keyboard like piano. So there probably will be piano stuff on there. The album's gonna be long. I'm not gonna lie about that. It's gonna be long. I really want it to be just a melodic, just like opera of melody and just folkness and indiness and modern folkness. You know, I just want it to be this thing that you can, you know, throw onto your ears and just fucking chill out and bliss to, but also get pumped about. You know, I'm trying to, like, not every song is going to be slow, and not every, you know, everything's going to be so depressing, things like that. I'm trying to mix it up as much as possible, even though I just write better, you know, depressing things. I think, you know, even my happy songs, if you knew the lyrics, they're fucking depressing. You know, I can't help that. Like, that's just how I write. I write best when I'm depressed, you know, like, so there is going to be a lot on the album. That is another reason why it's taking so long, is because I'm really not trying to rush this album, like, whatsoever. You know, like, I want it to be done. I want it to be done, like, now. But the person inside of me that's like, let's make it good, he doesn't want it out yet. He's like, well, we can do more. So I don't have a date on when that's going to be released, but I will say that this will be the first album that I will be doing physical CDs and possible vinyl, that I will be doing giveaways on the channel for subscriber goals, you know. I would love to have more subscribers. I've said that in the past, and so I think this is just something that I can do to kind of, like, you know, you guys can get physical copies of the album and maybe some, like, I don't know, some nerd stuff, maybe like a McCoy mug or something. But yeah, you know, that's something that I'm going to do. Now, of course, the physical copies of the album will be just for sale, but I will be doing like giveaways and stuff like that, just for like subscriber goals. Touring, there's been talk of Iceland, Brazil, Portugal, but I don't know yet. And as for like an American tour for the States, I haven't talked to anybody yet about setting up those shows. I've only talked to people overseas. So that's something that, you know, for one, I'm just terrible at booking shows. I'll be the first to admit that. I am not good at it. Like, I don't know what places I should play at, or, you know, what crowd they're going to have, because, you know, I try to play to the crowd that I think that's going to like me, and without really ever going out and being familiar with venues, it's hard for me to, like, judge that, you know, type deal. I don't know where all of my fans are at, so I don't really know where to book. It's kind of just a hodgepodge of a fucking mess, because I don't know. Like, I have no idea. I think that's about it. I don't think I have anything else to report on in my day-to-day life. I will say this, like a little bit of a backdrop into my past. I wasn't always like this. I was a much crazier motherfucker back in like 7 years ago. You couldn't keep me inside the house. You couldn't keep me sober, and you couldn't keep me from like knocking a fucking dude in his face. I was a very vicious person growing up. Not saying like I was like mean to people who didn't deserve it. Just, I don't know. Maybe I hung out with like the wrong crowd. I just always found myself like just fucking, I don't know. But you know, those days are long behind me. I'm like, I lived a pretty thrashy and hardcore life. So by like, I'm like 31 and I feel like I'm 40. So I just stay indoors, keep to myself. You know, every once in a while I'll travel out and maybe get a beer and watch a show or something. But I think I bought I think about a 12 pack of beer before Christmas, and it never got drank. My roommate drank it all, actually. And that's not, and that was never me trying not to drink. I wasn't like, oh, I got a problem, I gotta fucking quit. That's just, I don't know, it just got boring. Like, drinking just became boring and not that big of a deal, and I just didn't really care about it. I'm sure all of you are noticing the beard. I've been doing a lot of polls these last few months, and I did a poll on Facebook. I was like, shaven or a beard, and just about every freaking person who knows me chose beard. And so I was like, fuck, okay, I'll grow the beard back out. So I have the beard again. For those of you that liked the beard, you know, there you go. After this video, I will be posting like some more music stuff. The video production company that I am working with, they agreed to let me use like all their equipment for music videos in the future. So that was something I was kind of worried about, because I really want to do like good ones. So I wanted better cameras, but my money flow is shit. So I didn't know if I was gonna be able to afford that stuff, but they were like, nah, you can use our shit. So I was like, cool. So should be some pretty good music videos in the future. I know we have like drones and just shit like that, and so it should be a lot of fun. I think that is it. I'm glad to be posting this video, because you guys haven't heard, you know, from me in like a few months. I've been just crazy ass busy with like working at the gas station, and then like fucking doing music, and then like fucking dealing with other people's stuff. I have friends, they have problems, they become my problems. I try to help people out when I can, and so like it's just it's hard to fit a whole lot in when I'm working. When I was working those hours at the gas station, I don't work there anymore, so I should have a lot more time to post videos. But yes, yeah. So look for another poll from me here soon. Just on like what more kind of like what you guys like maybe if something that you'd want to see weekly that I could possibly do. I can't write a weekly song and make a weekly video on a song. I can't do that. So if there's something else that you guys would want weekly or just monthly, let me know in the comments, because I'm open to suggestions. Even if it's just like me talking, or fuck, I don't know, because like I'm boring, so I run out of shit to talk about every week. That was the problem with the vlogs I tried to do like a year ago. I don't know what to fucking say, so all right, I'll see you guys later, and I love you. I do. It's right here, right in my boob chest.